Leaf. A leaf is a flattened green structure which arises from the node of a stem or its branches. Leaves of plants differ in shape, size, and even color. Parts of a leaf. A leaf consists of two main parts, the petiole and the leaf blade or lamina. The flat green portion of the leaf is called the leaf blade or lamina. It is attached to the stem by a narrow, short stalk called the petiole. If you observe the lamina carefully, you will find a network of lines is present in it. The petiole continues in the lamina as a thick vein in the middle. This thick vein is called the midrib. The midrib branches out as veins to form a network. The veins perform two functions: transport water and food, provide support to the leaf. The arrangement of veins in the leaf blade is called venation. Leaf venation may be either reticulate or parallel. In reticulate venation, veins are arranged in a net-like pattern on both sides of the midrib. This is seen in leaves of plants like pea, petunia, gram, rose, and mango. In parallel venation, veins run parallel to one another. This is seen in leaves of plants like grasses, banana, and palms. Functions of the leaf. Leaves make food for the plant by a process called photosynthesis. Leaves require water and carbon dioxide from air. In the presence of sunlight and a green pigment present in the leaves, chlorophyll, food is prepared by the leaves. Oxygen is given out in this process. The food that is prepared by the leaves is a type of sugar called glucose. This glucose gets changed into starch before the plant stores it. Some of this food is used by the plants to perform their life activities, and rest is stored in fruits, roots, stems, or leaves. In this way, leaves give food to the entire living organism. Activity. To test the presence of starch in green leaves. Food is made in leaves. Therefore, some food should be present in all green leaves. We can test leaves for the presence of starch using iodine solution. Iodine solution turns blue-black when it is added to starch. Take a green leaf. Next, put the leaf in a test tube and pour spirit in it to completely cover the leaf. Make the test tube stand in a beaker containing water. Gently heat the beaker till all the color of the leaf comes out into the spirit. Take out the leaf, wash it in water and put it on a plate. Pour some iodine solution on it. Does the leaf turn blue-black? This shows the presence of starch in the leaf. Let us perform another activity to show that the starch in the leaf was made in the leaf itself and not received by the leaf from some other part of the plant. Activity to show that the starch in the leaf was made in the leaf itself. Take a potted plant and place it in a dark room for 24 hours. As the leaves do not receive sunlight, they will not be able to prepare food. After the 24 hours, there will be no food left in the leaf. Now cover a portion of the leaf with a strip of black paper. Put the plant in sunlight for a few hours. Pluck the leaf and test it for starch. In which portion of the leaf is starch present? In which portion is it not present? If starch is present only in the portion that was not covered, what do you conclude? Leaves, by the process of transpiration, release water from the plant through the stomata. It helps in cooling down the leaves. When the water escapes from the leaves, roots pull more water from the ground soil to compensate for this loss. This water which is pulled by the roots brings with it many important nutrients that are required by the plant from the soil. Activity to study transpiration in plants. Take a fresh and healthy potted plant and water it regularly. Select a branch with a number of leaves and enclose it in a transparent polythene bag. Tie the mouth of the bag. Now take another similar polythene bag and tie its mouth. Place the potted plant and the other bag in the sun. Observe after a few hours. Can you see water droplets in the polythene bag covering the branch? Are there water droplets in the other bag too? Where did these water droplets come from? Transpiration plays an important role in the water cycle by increasing the moisture in the air. Modifications in the leaves. Have you ever noticed a pea plant or a gloriosa plant? Examine a pea or a gloriosa plant carefully. You will find that some of the upper leaflets are modified into tendrils. These tendrils coil around the object to give support to the plant. In cactus, leaves are modified to form spines. This helps the plants to reduce loss of water from the leaves. On the other hand, spines also protect the plants from being eaten away by the grazing animals. These are some of the modifications that occur in the leaves.